How does PS Audio control quality? That's a pretty direct question. It comes to us from James in Superior, Colorado. Right here in Colorado. Hey, Paul, I love your videos. Thank you, James. And have learned from them. Well, good. I love that. Honestly, that's why I'm doing it. I'm hoping I can share some of my experience and knowledge with people so they can kind of get more. Some of this is complicated stuff, right? We can try and make it simpler, and that's definitely what I'm trying to do. And anyway, James says, as an engineer, I'd be interested in your quality control procedures to guarantee the quality of your products. For example, how do you sample incoming components and parts? How do you inspect the metal cabinets for quality workmanship? How do you test the final product? Excuse me. Well, that's a really good question. So we're here in our production area, and how can we do this? I'll walk you around some of what we do. So I'll give you a brief idea of how PS Audio works. So we use a lot, everything is assembled here in Boulder, Colorado. Okay, we bring everything in and we engineer everything, we bring everything in. And if you're on the tour, which I encourage you to come, I say it all the time, and people always come in like, all right, here I am. You said I didn't need an appointment. You don't. It's nice if you do. Call us, make an appointment, you'll get a better tour. But if you just show up, James could walk through the door. All right, show me around this place. You bet. We're here, we'll show you around the place. So in production, we assemble everything, we test everything, we burn it in, we inspect it, and blah, blah, blah. And we engineer it. Most of our stuff, like, here's a top cover. Oops. Oh. So see this shiny surface, and then below it is all the RF stuff and the metal. So like this metal here. Now this is all, we subcontract all of that stuff. We don't have any actual manufacturing, big machines, bang, bang, bang. So everything is manufactured outside. So all our metal parts, excuse me, are manufactured locally, Longmont, Denver. Some of them go out as far as California. Like this shiny top. This is really hard to do. This is wood that's painted on the top. Now that comes from China. So we subcontract that out to a Chinese company, and they hand buff. It's a piano finish. And getting that done in this country is just, it's prohibitive. Can't do it. So this comes from China. This comes from Longmont, Longmont, China. Then our PC boards, do I have a PC board? Well, you know what a PC board looks like. Those come from, our biggest suppliers in Kansas, and we choose those suppliers based on their ability to make those parts. So like our BHK stuff has a lot of what we call through-hole components. So those are the big resistors and capacitors and transistors. Those have to be hand inserted and hand soldered. So that's one company that's down the road. And some of our other products use SMT, surface mount technology, where you have these huge machines with X-ray that will position, some of these chips that have 300 or 400 connections on the chip, no legs even. It's just all pads on the bottom, and it'll position it perfectly over this thing, and then put it down with a robot and solder it. We just don't have that kind of stuff. So we farm all of that out. Then it comes in to receiving. So everything comes in, and in the back, which if you come on the tour, I don't have a camera operator, otherwise I'd walk you through it. This is just me standing out here with my little iPhone on a tripod. Yep, that's me. And it comes in and everything gets inspected. So every single part that comes in, not screws, but metal parts, PC boards, all of that, those all come in and get visually inspected, okay? So let's back up one step. If we're talking PC boards, sorry, I'm just kind of rambling here, but if we're talking PC boards, we specify the board level test for that. And we actually build a test jig what we call a test jig, and we demand that our vendors have the proper equipment. So for instance, the company out in Kansas, one of the reasons we use them is they made a significant investment on our behalf. There are these devices, there's some over here, called an audio precision. They run $30,000, $35,000 for the kind that we use. Now, our board contractor had to go out and purchase a audio precision, and then we write, it's a computer operated test procedure. We build a test jig, we write all the code, we tell them, all right, when it's all done, you pop this onto this, what's called a bed of nails. It's all these nails that go out and hook onto the board, onto this test fixture, and you hit a button, and the AP goes bloop, 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 and it tests everything, noise, distortion, all that stuff. Everything that our engineers say, that board, to know it's right, has to be tested like that. And that's all done at the subcontractors, and it has a pass or a fail based on our tests. Then those boards are sent to us, they get stuffed into here, and once they're built, then we run them through a system test, which is over here and back over there. There's APs running all over this place. It's expensive running a company like that. And then it goes over here to our burn-in rack. So once it has passed test, it goes over here, and there's an automated burn-in procedure, and they'll usually go overnight. So they'll burn in, and there's all these loads up here, and it turns it on, turns it off. It stresses the thing out to see if it's going to break. When it gets done, it goes through what we call FST, Final Systems Test. We run it through the final system test, and then out it goes for packaging, and finally winds up in your house. So that's basically what we do. Everything collected into this place, already been tested, or if it's metal parts, every single piece gets a visual inspection, because that's the point where we have to accept or reject, because in a metal vendor, I mean, we pay a lot of money to have really pristine painted surfaces and anodize this and silkscreen, and if we don't catch it right up front, they go, we ain't replacing it because you guys damaged it. Well, so that's how it has to come through incoming inspection. Anyway, I could go on for hours. Come visit us. Come for a tour. We'll give you a much more detailed explanation on how everything here is built. Thanks for the question. Talk to you later.